Hi. When we create points in our unit circle, we have to remember that there are two types of circles that we're talking about. One is the pi over 6 circle, and the other one is the pi over 4. Now, the pi over 6 circle is the one where we have 12 slices. If I can just do that very quickly, I'm going to have 12 slices for this one, each one having a 30-degree or a pi over 6 angle from the center. There you go. And for my pi over 4, I will have 8 slices total for the entire circle. Now, we've previously discussed that for each of these slices, I will name this as my 1 pi over 6. This is my first slice. The second one will be 2 pi over 6, and so forth. And that's going to go around the circle, and the final fractions may be simplified as well. So this will be a pi over 3. Now, I just want to get rid of that because I don't want to crowd my circles, and I want to focus on the points in your unit circles. I want you to understand two things. For the little triangles here, these are your special 30, 60, 90 triangles. And I want you to focus on the legs of that triangle. Say for this one right here, this is the Y, which is the vertical, and this is the horizontal, which is the X. Note that the Y leg is shorter than the X. You only have to remember two things. For this circle, the short leg is equal to 1/2, and the long leg is equal to square root of 3 over 2. On this other side, you note that the legs are equal. This is because it's a 45-degree, 45-degree, 90 triangle, and these two are equal. This is an isosceles right triangle. Therefore, you'll only remember one leg measure, and a leg measure for this type of a circle is equal to a square root of 2 over 2. So as you go through the circle, you can now assign points. For the first pi over 6 right here, the X will be the horizontal, which is the longer leg. That's the square root of 3 over 2. The Y is the shorter leg, which is the 1/2. They're both positive because you're in the positive X and the positive Y quadrant. The second one, which is the pi over 3, will have a vertical line, which is your Y, that's longer, and an X that's shorter. If I may use a different color, I choose pink. This is your Y, which is your vertical, and this is your X, which is your horizontal. So the X is now the 1/2, and the Y is the longer leg, which is the square root of 3 over 2. They're still both positive because you are in the first quadrant. This point right here, you have a Y that's a longer leg and an X that's negative but short. So this one will be a negative 1/2 for the X and a positive square root of 3 over 2 for your Y. And you can keep doing that. For this one, the X will be a negative square root of 3 over 2, and the Y will be a positive 1/2, and so forth. Pick any points anywhere here. Let's pick this one. What you do is you project it up. That's the vertical for that point. That's the longer leg. The horizontal is the shorter leg. Therefore, the horizontal is a 1/2. The longer leg Y is the negative square root of 3 over 2. Feel free to put all the points in the circle. Now let's go to the pi over 4 circle. I only have one leg, which is a square root of 2 over 2. And if I put a point right here, that will be both positive square root of 2 over 2 and a square root of 2 over 2. Right here will be a negative on the X, so a negative square root of 2 over 2. Positive on the Y, square root of 2 over 2. Right here, negative for both, so it's negative square root of 2 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. Last one right here will be a positive on the X, square root of 2 over 2, and a negative on the Y, square root of 2 over 2. Now don't forget your quadrantals. This is the north, the south, the west, and the east directions. So for that one, you are just constrained to have the radius, which is equivalent to 1. Therefore, at this point, your x is a 1, your y is a 0, because it lies on the x-axis. Right here, it lies on the y-axis with a 1 measure, and the x is 0. So it's 0, 1. Right here, you are in the -1 on the x and a 0 on the y. And at the bottom, it will be a 0 on the x and a -1 on the y direction. And these are the points in your unit circle. I have separated the 45-degree circle from the 30-degree circle to make it clearer why these points are assigned as such. Thank you.